What time is it? It's Sampstra Games time, and we're gonna continue with mission number 9, Cold Haze, in our Nerves of Steel perk perfect guide. Now, this mission is interesting because it only has one input per now. This is actually very good for us, but the problem is that you only have 2 energy hubs, and you have the extractors kind of far away. So this energy hub with this extractor is essentially useless unless you're using the extractor protection perk, in which case you can like let the enemies come through and shoot them here. So the problem in this one is actually the fact that you'll have a limited amount of towers because you can only have limited amount of energy up. So we can get essentially 4 useful towers and then few here but not much. So later on we might need to kind of give up on one of the extractors and move it around, but we're gonna see as we go. Then you need the coffee time as always. We get a new perk that we have unlocked is the super weapon. This is very good because it increases the production, because what we have been doing in a lot of the previous missions, as you've probably seen, is that towards the end of the game we had a lot of building materials, so we could use the super weapon perk to actually get more super weapons because we have the enough material to get them, and they're just kind of slow. So at the beginning you need to place the both energy hubs to get as much as to both of these extractors, because you do need the building materials. So let's do that. Build one over there and one over here. And then, as we actually are going to only call for, we can have 4 towers, so that's 8 people. So we're going to call for 3 reinforcements. We can have like 1 person just standing around. Okay, now that we have done this, we need to build the extractors. 1, 2. And we need to have a person running to them both. Upgrade them to the highest level. And again, then we're going to need to build a tech center. We're going to build it this way, send somebody into it, and we want to start researching both at the highest level lasers from the get-go. Now, because we only have one place from which we're getting waves, as soon as the coffee time is done, we will switch to hurry up, probably, and then we can start building like arms factor and stuff like that. Now, we will wait for the enemies. Yeah, we're gonna build a machine gun up front, like that. Have a guy run into it, upgrade it to the highest level. Then as soon as this is done, we're gonna get a laser, and then we're probably gonna work on a Tesla, I think. Yeah, on a Tesla. This is at the highest level, which is good. Then you also want to build an arms factory. So we're going to do that as well. This will especially help us in this mission because you can throw nukes and stuff like that. We're going to do it now to help kind of hurt the enemies. We still have 1 guy in the base, so we don't need to worry about that. And we're getting the reinforcements, so the monolith guy would be done about now. Next thing you want to focus is another research. We're going to get the Teslas, ideally. Teslas next? Yeah. And then we want to build a laser here as soon as we have the stuff for it. I'm going to build one here. Need to wait till we have enough building material. The one machine gun is going to be fine for the beginning crawlers, so you don't need to worry too much, but we do want to build a laser for later. Okay, like right now, let's build it this way. So we're going to send our guy there, and as usual we want to upgrade it to the highest level. And again. Now you do not need to call for more reinforcements because remember you can have a maximum of, well, we can have a maximum of 5 towers per this. Actually, yeah, we could use 1 person, but we're probably not gonna use them anyway, so we're gonna leave it for now. You want to do the last research, which is a rocket, and then we want to upgrade this as soon as there's like not a big bunch of enemies close. I'd like to upgrade this because we do need to place. I think we're gonna go with the Tesla here to help kind of speed up the process, but you didn't want to do it too soon, so we want to wait till we get the crawlers because they're easily killable. Just about now, and then we want to upgrade it, and any available people are gonna stand over there to help. Okay, we have done that. Next up, we want to build the Tesla. Build it up front, and have one of these guys run into it. and upgrade it. We can upgrade it again soon. Good. Now then we're gonna need some rockets to help out. But it's not necessary right now. We can kill a lot of these walkers with these guys just standing there. Research complete. Good. Which means I can sell this building. And instead I'm gonna build a laser here to help me protect the base if some enemies do manage to come too close. Actually got in the wrong guy to there, but that's fine. Next upgrade we want to get is for the rockets. Sorry, for the nukes, not the rockets. And then we want to upgrade this so we can actually start building a rocket there. So that's going to be very helpful. But first, I think first we'll go with the nuke and then we'll go for the rocket. Let's get the nuke. Oh, and we should switch this to super weapon. Which is the thing that we have. Like, we do not have bombastic yet, so we can't use it, but we can use the super weapon. Which it will help these nukes to kind of go faster, which is cool. We'll probably use the nuke on these guys immediately so that we can have a bit of a break for this. Yeah, this is what we want to do from the get-go. Use the nuke on this big group. And because it's going to give these guys a bit of a break so we can actually upgrade this. Something that we definitely want to do. So we're going to do it right about now. And then we want to build a rocket as soon as we can. Because what does the tester does, it kind of slows down the enemies, so we have like a bigger bunch of enemies close to each other, which is very good for rockets. So that's why you want to build them afterwards. So we're going to build one here, have one of these guys run into it and upgrade it. And then we want to continue working with nukes. Well, and by that I mean getting more nukes. We'll have this guy kind of go closer to the rocket, because why not? Okay, good. I get another thing. This laser, I mean, it's not completely necessary. It's just a protection in case someone does move through. But to be fair, you can also just sell it, and instead of that, use a freeze ray. Or the riot shield and kind of like watch out, and if you see someone getting close you can use like the riot shield or the freeze ray or something, or have a crew member run in. But it's not a bad thing. Like, since we have the money for it, I'm just gonna keep it here like just in case someone does make it through. In the meantime, let's get a freeze ray, and we're gonna use these nukes. Well, actually it's not really worth it to use it on this bunch, so we're gonna leave it. All of this is upgraded to the highest level. Always make sure that you do that. We will, yeah, we're gonna keep this with the person. Again, you could take the crew member and let him stand here, but it's not necessary. We're gonna get the riot shield because that is something that we could actually use, like for example, to just protect this stuff. At least a little bit to, like, if these enemies get too close, kind of protect them. Or you can just use your nukes. I'm gonna use the nukes later. And you can see that once these guys fall into the tiny ones, the rockets are especially good because we can destroy them. Now we have gotten most of the stuff, so let's use the nukes on like some group and get another nuke while we're waiting. And then you can just repair this easily. And we can use a freeze ray to stop them, but again, I don't think I'm gonna bother. It's not necessary. Now, another thing you can do at this point is actually you do have quite a bit of building materials. So what you could do is you could sell this and rearrange this to over here and help yourself. It's the first thing we're going to do is we're going to freeze them right now. That's an option of something that you could do if... but I do like using the super weapons, so I'm going to stick to using different super weapons to help ourselves. But it is an option. So you'd sell all of these, grab this, rearrange it to about there or to about here, and add some lasers here in the back to help with the damage. We're not doing it because we're going to use the super weapons instead. You can pick your own path. So we're going to throw a nuke at all of these guys, get another one. Because especially with the super weapon perk, we're getting them very quickly, and we have so much building material so we can easily afford it. So what we're going to do here instead is we're going to sell this, and instead we're going to build a laser here, like that. We're going to have one guy run into it. Because like I said, we have lots of building materials, so we don't need that. If you're removing this, then you're giving up this extractor. It doesn't really matter which one. I do like to use it this way. I will not use that. Instead, I'll use the nuke on those guys and get another. And then we want to use more nukes on these bombers. These bombers are dangerous because they can do lots of damage. But it's not the worst thing. Oh, we'll have the crew member run over there because why not? Oh, you could use the nuke on these two, but I'm thinking that my towers should be capable of handling them without too much trouble. So we will use the nuke on those guys instead and get another. You can see we're easily killing them. We do not need to worry about it. But like I said, if you feel like this is like too much of a risky path, instead of this, you're going to be rearranging this to here. We have a bunch of lasers here, which will have a very good range, and they will be able to attack enemies over here. And you'll still have like one arms factory there, and this laser will be much closer. Doesn't particularly matter too much. Keep using the nukes on the enemies to make it easier for your towers. As soon as we get this one, again, we're just going to throw it anywhere there. Doesn't really matter. And you also have lots of stuff, so if somebody is attacking any of your towers, you don't need to stress about it. You can just easily repair it and keep going. Okay, use the nuke, get another. And remember, we still have the freeze rays or the riot shields to protect our buildings if that's necessary. We don't really need any of those, but it's a good thing to have like a backup. We use the nuke on these guys as soon as we can get it, which is about now. Throw it at them, get another. See, this is where we have 2,000 building materials left. Not a problem. We still get more enemies, but like, I mean, this is getting kind of easy. Essentially, it's just a rinse and a repeat. As soon as you get the nuke, throw it at somebody, call for another one, in you go. That's it. We cannot upgrade this any further, so we're just going to continue what we've been doing. Let's throw it at them, get another nuke. I am thinking whether I should show you this kind of moving thing, but then we would lose the extractor, so then you'd have to like rebuild this extractor again, which I don't want to do. So just going to keep using it this way. Like I said, it's easily doable, you don't need to worry about it. We're killing them like without really worrying about anything. We have the thing ready, so let's throw it at them. Again, call for another one. And our towers are absolutely gonna decimate them. Nothing to worry about. Very easy. Okay, let's wait for a nuke. Use it at the runners, because why not? Is it a waste? Absolutely, but we have 2,000 building material. There's no need to not be wasteful. Like, our towers would handle the amount of runners without too much worry, but we have the nukes, so we use it. Okay, so this is it. This one's really about super weapons.
We'll head deeper.
Yeah, it's just really about the beginning, and then once you get enough building materials, just like getting the super weapons quickly. The super weapon perk helps a lot, and I mean a lot. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, write in the comments, and I'll see you in the next mission. Bye bye!